Hey everyone, this is Isaac here, and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2023. Martin Scorsese is widely considered to be one of the most talented directors out there at the moment, and yeah, it's easy to see why with how consistently excellent his filmography is. They're masterfully written and impeccably acted, they have some incredible production values, especially in terms of cinematography, editing, and production design, and they're so well directed that they can make even the most unlikable characters worth rooting for. This brings us to his latest picture, Killers of the Flower Moon. Based on the true story of a series of murders committed against the Osage Native Americans in Oklahoma after oil was discovered on tribal land, it was definitely something that I was interested in leading up to its release, considering the director at the helm, not to mention the fact that he actually worked very closely with the Osage people and even shot the film in Oklahoma to make it as authentic to what happened in real life as possible, and how it's one of the few times he wrote something in addition to directing it. The other interesting thing about KOTFM is that its distributor, Apple Original Films, was giving it a wide theatrical release in the US, and considering how rare it is for that to happen with movies released by streaming companies, looking at you Netflix, it's refreshing to see that Apple actually cares about releasing their movies on the big screen. But as for this one, I saw it with my parents over the weekend, and it's yet another banger from Mr. Cinema himself. As previously mentioned, it's about a series of murders taking place in 1920s Oklahoma after oil is discovered on Osage land. So already, it sounds like great material for a Scorsese film. And let me tell you, Puff Daddy did a great job with the materials he was given. Killers of the Flower Moon fits extremely well with Scorsese's other works, where his directing is on point with lots of tension and shock to go around in this movie's staggeringly long runtime of almost 3.5 hours. Yet thanks to its great direction, it feels much more like a 2-hour movie, and it doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot of filler happening, even if sometimes it can be kinda difficult to keep up with some of what was happening. And Marty's filmmaking prowess also shows in the production values. Per the standards of a lot of his other films, it has some top-notch cinematography and editing, but it also has some amazing costume and production design and a great score from the late Robbie Robertson. But easily the best part of the movie has to be the lead actors' performances. It features two of Scorsese's most frequent collaborators, Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio, and both of them are phenomenal here. They're already talented actors to be sure, but they go above and beyond with this one, and it makes for some of their best performances yet. But the true MVP here would have to be Lily Gladstone. She knocked it out of the park with her acting, and if anyone here deserves an Oscar for their work here, it's gotta be her. I don't know what else there is for me to say regarding KOTFM. It's a very intricate movie to be sure, what with its gargantuan runtime and unconventional narrative structure, so it's a little difficult for me to go really in depth on this movie without entering major spoiler territory. But I feel like I've said all that needs to be said, and these videos are mainly just my thoughts on something following its release, so in conclusion, Killers of the Flower Moon is another job done extremely well by Martin Scorsese. It's got an interesting premise that's masterfully executed thanks to the excellent writing and directing, incredible cinematography, superb production values, and performances that make for some easy career highlights for the actors involved. I'd easily consider this a must-watch to any Scorsese buffs out there. Even if you're simply interested in the story, I'd highly recommend supporting its theatrical release to incentivize Apple Studios to keep doing this with their major blockbusters. 9 out of 10, this is cinema. Next time, oh boy, I'm gonna be reviewing Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, this movie's been in development hell for a while, and now that it's finally coming to theaters, as well as on Peacock for some reason, I cannot wait to see what Scott Cawthon and the FNAF movie crew have in store for us. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Isaac Reviews 2023, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!